Welcome back to another episode. Today we're having a really great day here on the semiconductor space. We can see Nvidia is up roughly 3.4%, sitting at $122 as I am recording. We're going to look throughout this episode other semiconductor companies that are bullish and are really green in the past few days. I want to share my overall thoughts on what's happening and also my overall thoughts on valuations now. So let's take a closer look in today's episode.
I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
All right, so first to start off to see what's happening, and I think the main reason the overall market is up is not just semiconductor stocks, but we did get some new economic data today that kind of gave us more of a bullish sentiment about consumer spending and also just about the overall broader space in the macro world. So July retail sales are up 1% versus 0.3% that was expected from Wall Street, with tech sales rising 1.6%. So obviously if tech sales are increasing, you're probably going to see more money being spent on things like computers, like laptops, like desktops, mobile devices, and other type of technological products in the consumer space, which obviously bodes well a lot for the semiconductor space, as all these forms of electronics, from your smartwatch to your tablet to your laptop, are powered by some form of semiconductor solution. So I believe that's why we're seeing pretty good days on companies like Intel, which is up roughly 5% on the day. I am going to do another episode on Intel later today about some of the recent updates we've seen with the company. But Intel is up 5%, right? We know Intel is the biggest market shareholder of laptops and the desktop space. So obviously if consumers are spending more in the laptop market or in the technology market, Intel should definitely benefit. Another player here that can benefit is AMD, right? AMD also provides a lot of solutions for the consumer space in forms of technology. So the stock is up roughly 4.4%. I want to just also remind investors that just overall we have seen kind of a bearish case or a bearish sentiment to a lot of these semiconductor companies. And if you've been watching these videos, you guys know that, hey, look, sentiments go haywires in both directions. Sometimes we see very, very bullish sentiment, which drives stock prices to high valuations, and then we see very bearish sentiments where we see stock prices drop down dramatically. And I think in the past few days that's what we've seen, and luckily I am happy to say that I've always remained bullish in the semiconductor market, even when the sentiment was red. So we can see AMD was sitting at almost a low $130, and from there the stock is up 15%. We also see AI server companies like Supermicro up 7% on the day. The company just reported earnings, and we've heard that, hey, look, companies are still going to be buying AI solutions. So Supermicro is still up on the year to date roughly 120%, but we can see on a monthly basis the stock is down 30%. There was also another form of economic data that we got. Jobless claims are down to 227,000 for this week, below the 235,000 forecasted. So not only did we see nice bullish sentiment in consumer spending, but we're also seeing kind of maybe a bullish sentiment in the job market, which can help ease some of the worries happening around the tech space. So a lot of semiconductor companies, a lot of AI stocks are also up. So the ones that I follow the most, we can also see Marvell Technology up roughly 8%. Marvell is one that I'm really excited. We got this one at super cheap prices. We can see the stock drop to the low 60s. We also had Broadcom up roughly 5%, another nice AI player. So buying opportunities never seem like buying opportunities, but hopefully, and based on the community that we have here, I know a lot of people did buy some of these stocks in the recent bottoms, right? And maybe not these stocks. We also had other stocks in the tech market. Remember, there's just, you don't have to buy every single winner, so you don't have to buy all of these 5 companies, but even buying one of these can definitely be a beneficial aspect on days like today. And this is also, and I'm sounding like a broken record, also days where it reminds us that, hey, look, if we see bearish sentiment, it might be just best to step away. Luckily, this bearish sentiment was turned around in just a few days, but sometimes it could last months before we kind of get a good price action reversal. So right now, I want to also take a closer look at some of my thoughts of the valuations at the moment. Before we go any further, guys, I want to say thank you all for the support here on the ebooks that I have released. I have two, semiconductor book encyclopedia, and the second is an earnings book for this quarter's earnings that get updated on a weekly basis. The earnings book, which was expected to only cover at least 30 semiconductor companies, I just released the updated version yesterday, and now we're closing into 40 companies with many more to be added in the upcoming weeks. Remember, we still have Nvidia earnings and so many other semiconductor stocks that I have to add. The great thing is if you buy both books, it's $20 off automatically. And if you do purchase now, don't worry, you get the updated versions when they release, so you don't have to wait. But that offer might not be here forever. Now, I want to just take a closer look at valuations for these 6 companies that we looked at today. So first is forward PE ratio, and these are PE ratios expected to be by the end of this year. So about 4 months from now. Where are we? We're in August 8th. So about 4 to 5 months from now. So Intel is the most expensive at roughly 80, 79.7. So if you guys know, Intel has definitely seen a huge slowdown, a lot of turning, a lot of fires happening at Intel, and I definitely see why the market prices this pretty expensive. Marvell Technology, one that I personally enjoy and even enjoy it at these levels of the high 60s, is sitting at 49. Now Marvell Technologies is one that can benefit from the AI space as they do create kind of custom solutions for other big tech players. Unfortunately, a lot of their revenue also comes from other markets that are seeing weakness, and that's why we see Marvell Technology pretty high. Nvidia is next at 44.88, still pretty high if you're looking in the short term. One of the bullish terms for Nvidia is AI is going to continue to grow, and we'll look at next year's PE ratio and why this company is sitting at the valuation it is. AMD at 43.42. I mentioned this one can benefit from PC sales, from laptop sales, also from the overall AI market if they do really well with the MI300. Broadcom is the cheapest of the bunch at 34.8, and obviously they can benefit from the AI market, software solutions, and some of the other networking solutions. Supermicro, because it is more of a hardware company and not kind of a chip within itself, has a cheaper valuation at 18.16. Now, if we look at forward 1 year, we can see Nvidia is now sitting at 32.42. Still the most expensive of the bunch, but personally, if you believe the AI market is real, this company's valuations will continue to deteriorate. Not deteriorate, but kind of gap closer and closer as they continue to be estimates. And remember, we have earnings later this month on August 28th. 1 day before my birthday, so hopefully Nvidia gives us a great birthday gift, or gives me a great birthday gift, because it's not your birthday, it's just my birthday. But Nvidia, I want to say right now we've seen a nice round up, and for all these semiconductor stocks, I want to say these are not the points where I would be buying boatloads. For me, if I was to enter any of these positions, it would be very, very small dollar cost average. While a lot of these stocks are still below, like for me, AMD is still very attractive at these levels, and Marvell is also somewhat very attractive at these levels. I would do more of like small dollar cost averaging because the market acts in both directions, right? The volatility that we can see here in the bullish trend can pretty much go in the bearish trend as well. So I want to say buying opportunities come out and look like when they're not buying opportunities. And unfortunately, those are the times when we should really pick up the truck. Right now, I think it's more dollar cost averaging opportunity. But we can see AMD 27, Broadcom 27.28, Marvell 28.72. So if these companies can really benefit from the AI space, these are looking pretty cheap. If you just want your pure AI only company, I think Nvidia is the best bet. If you want to get AI plus a lot of diversification in other industries, I think the other plays are looking pretty attractive. So it kind of helps mitigate some of the AI risk. Take care, have a good day, and see you all next time.